Hello, guys. Welcome to the Body Contouring Podcast, where we're going to be talking about body contouring techniques, where we sculpt bodies, bust myths about body contouring. And I'm your host, Ania Botero, known as the Queen of Ice. And a little bit about myself before we even dip in. I've been in the body contouring industry since 2010. My journey started when I introduced ice therapy, originally developed in Mexico. And what it began as a personal mission to lose weight, it became something that helped and had helped thousands of women to lose weight. And also it's been a project that had changed and empowered countless women out there. After creating my own brand of ice therapy and helping over 150 clients to lose weight, my passion for body contouring just kind of like went from there. From learning and teaching wood therapy, bamboo therapy techniques, to creating ice therapy and kind of like explore different techniques for body contouring that were already known in different Latin American countries like Mexico, Venezuela, Colombia. Body contouring has become not only a passion, but a lifestyle. And it had grown from there. Before I became a professional in this industry, my story with body contouring started when I was 25. After having 2 babies and after me trying to lose weight for the longest time, a friend of mine introduced me to ice therapy. I was hooked with the treatment and I was very excited about how ice therapy changed my body. I tried ice therapy for the first time in Mexico. Then I brought it to the States because no one knew what this treatment was about. And I just love it. And it was an experience that changed literally my life forever. So why are we doing this podcast and why do we want to stick around in this podcast is because, you know what, I've been thinking about doing this podcast for a while, especially after seeing the growing of body contouring in the beauty industry. And also because there's not a lot of accurate information about body contouring. So the time has come and I couldn't be more excited that today we are doing our first episode. And in the future episodes, we're going to be talking about body contouring trends, what are the effectiveness of body contouring, non-invasive body contourings versus surgeries, licensing, regulations, the drama behind post-op care, the challenges that we are facing as beauty professionals, and also the importance of doing continuing education when, we're learning not only body contouring, but basically in the beauty industry and so much more. So let's dive into body contouring 101 and let's understand the basics, the story, the history, and how body contouring has impacted the beauty industry. So body contouring. So what is body contouring? It's basically non-invasive contouring techniques that are meant to break down adipose tissue. Maybe we can use tools, aesthetic equipment, or even our hands. But the main purpose of body contouring is to break down the fat cells so we can sculpt the bodies. Depending on what technique you're getting, you might get different benefits, skin benefits, or you can get more methods that are basically created to receive very specific benefits. And body contouring started actually in the 1970s, where a doctor decided to do some liposuction on a person and created this fat removal surgical procedure on a client. And it was until the 1980s that they created protocols that were safer to the client. But on the last decades, body contouring has moved on to more non-invasive procedures, such as radiofrequency, cavitation, ultrasound, ice therapy, wood therapy, metal therapy, lipolaser, you name it. These techniques had revolutionized the beauty industry, because in the beauty industry, estheticians were more into doing skin treatments. And now, on the last decade, we have take over the body contouring procedures, and estheticians, massage therapists, and sometimes even cosmetologists are performing, and they are getting by demand body contouring from their clients. So when I started body contouring in 2010, I feel like it was a niche, and this treatment were mainly known by the Latino community. And I remember when I was little, I saw my mom receiving body treatments such as anti-cellulite treatments, manual reductive techniques. I even remember one time she got a cast treatment, which is known as yesotherapia. And yes, it was a thing to make her waist smaller. And so body contouring now, it's recognized as a category in the beauty industry. And today, a lot of states are considering either creating a vocation, a certification, or something, because the lack of clear laws has led to a lot of challenges. And so in this podcast, we're going to be talking about those challenges as well. What are the challenges that we're facing right now? Okay, so we're putting customers in danger because there's no regulations. Everyone is just getting information from, I don't know, wherever. And so also professionals are receiving citations because there are no regulations on body contouring. There's not such a thing as having a license or knowing what are the things that we can do and we cannot do. So we're going to be unpacking these issues in the future episodes. But right now, we're going to explore what are the most popular body treatments, contouring techniques that specialists as massage therapists or estheticians are doing with their clients. So we're going to be learning and talking today about the top body contouring techniques. And the number one that we're going to be talking today is the manual reductive technique. This one, you're basically using your hands, you're using your oil, and you are doing repetitive movements to soften adipose tissue or break down adipose tissue, as well as we're going to be promoting lymphatic drainage. This technique, I don't think it's a technique that a lot of people use because this will be considered more like a massage, even though with this technique, we are trying to break down adipose tissue, not necessarily a therapeutic benefit. It's one of the top techniques. It's very effective. It can be, or you can experience a little bit of discomfortness, but it's definitely one of my favorite because it's very customized and you can literally feel how the specialist is working on sculpting your body with her hands and some oil, and you can see amazing results literally after like 45 minutes of getting this done. Another technique that is very, very popular, and I feel like had become very popular on the last decade, is wood therapy technique and metal therapy technique. And basically, this technique, we are using implements of wood or metal to contour and sculpt your body. We do repetitive movements. There are about 20 pieces that we use for body contouring, and every tool has a different purpose. This is a technique that you even love it or you hate it. Some people love how great if they feel after, and some people don't love it as much because a lot of people get tons of bruises. But bruising will be something we're going to be talking later on. Bruising is something that might happen when we are breaking down fat cells, or sometimes has to do with technique or some other factors, not necessarily is something that your technician did wrong. But wood therapy and metal therapy is definitely a technique that is very well known, and it's a technique that clients love, and it's very, very, very popular. Cavitation as well is one of my favorites. Cavitation is basically a frequency. It's a frequency from 25 to 50 kilohertz, and it's basically an implosion on the fat cells. And the body is going to be draining later on when you receive cavitation. But this technique is very effective, and I love it. However, Not everyone is a great candidate for cavitation, and it's very important to understand who is a good candidate and who might not be a good candidate. But cavitation, once again, is definitely one of the top techniques, body contouring techniques, that people love it. Ultrasound. Ultrasound, it's also a frequency, but it's a frequency from 1 to 3 megahertz. And this is more therapeutic. And in body contouring, we are using ultrasound for those clients that went over cosmetic surgery. Ultrasound is great for inflammation. It's great to speed up the healing. It's great to improve circulation. This frequency is basically a microcurrent in your soft tissue, which is like completely normal after surgery, that you are going to feel very inflamed. And so this technique is ideal for post-op care, a technique that has been used lately and we've been promoting lately for those clients that get cosmetic surgery. It's different from cavitation. And in a different episode, we're going to be talking about how these are different, why we recommend ultrasound versus cavitation on the first week of post-op care. Another technique that I love, I'm very passionate about it too, it's microcurrent and radio frequency. Those two are meant to tone the skin and work the muscles using different frequencies. And basically, I feel like after radio frequency or microcurrent, you definitely feel rejuvenated. and so I love it. And last but not least, ice therapy has become very popular in the last decade. As the CEO of Sculpt Eyes, I am proud to say that we are the pioneers of ice therapy. As I told you guys at the beginning of the episode, I was introduced to ice therapy in 2010, got 3 treatments done back in Mexico, love it, fell in love, came back to Utah, hoping to get it done. And literally nobody knew what I was talking about. So ice therapy is definitely a treatment that I love, and I'm very passionate about this technique because ice therapy will not only sculpt your body, but it will also give you amazing skin benefits. And one of the coolest things about ice therapy is that we're going to be promoting something that your body already produces. Ice therapy works through the thermogenic effect, plus it gives you amazing aromatherapy benefits. And among that, ice therapy, it's very non-invasive, made of herbs, essential oils. Personally, with ice therapy, I lost about 45 pounds back in 2010. After losing that, definitely my confidence was all the way up, my body, my face, and I just felt like ice therapy changed literally my life forever, not only mine, but eventually my clients' life and my customers and eventually professionals in the beauty industry. So definitely a lot, to be grateful with this technique. And body contouring finally has become a category in the beauty industry. And this is why I am doing this podcast today, because I think there's a lot of information that is not out there. And once we talk about it and once we start learning about it, I feel like this is just a service that is going to be getting more asked in different spas, different locations. And so learning and understanding body contouring to create specific protocols so we can give our clients the best body contouring results available. It's very important in order to make our clients happy. I think that everyone that is in the beauty industry, we love helping our clients feel beautiful through non-invasive and just taking care of them and helping them boost that confidence. And so body contouring is more than just a treatment. It's a way to empower individuals, boost their confidence, improve overall their body, their face, their well-being. Whether you are a professional or a client, or you are just curious about learning about body contouring, we're going to be learning and guiding you everything basically that you need to know in the body contouring world. And so thank you so much for joining me in this journey. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.